Shalom, my name is Uri Pilichowski, and welcome to Capstone Israel Advocacy's Back to School Night. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person, but I actually live in Israel, so it's the middle of the night for me, and it would be really hard for me to be there in person with you. My name again is Uri Pilichowski. I've been an educator for 24 years, and I'm proud to say that I've been at Hillel for 11 years now, 3 of them in the classroom, and this is my 8th year teaching from Israel. I have a Bachelor of Talmudic Law here in Israel and Rabbinic Ordination. I teach Israel political advocacy, and I run Hillel's APAC Club, which is a club that allows students to be more involved with a great organization called APAC. I enjoy time with my family, Torah study, and I love learning new ideas. I love the excitement of learning with students, and the highlight of every single one of my days, I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you, but it really is teaching Hillel students about Israel. I'm a 3rd generation educator. My mother was an educator, my grandmother was an educator, and I have 2 children now who are educators. They are in college and they're educators on the side. So it's exciting. It's literally in our family's DNA. What we're going to be learning this year is about political advocacy, but having to do with Israel and strengthening the U.S.-Israel relationship. We're going to be learning 10 units. They're like the first, as you can see here, is Americans should care about Israel. Why Americans, not just Jewish Americans, but Americans as a nation. Why the Jewish rights to the land of Israel. Why this land is our land. Advocating for Israel. Why we advocate for Israel and how we advocate for Israel. Palestinian complaints against Israel. I'm very, very strong, feel very strongly, I should say, that we should learn both sides of the story. We shouldn't just hear our own side and be in an echo chamber. And our students have to be prepared to hear the other side. The first time they hear the other side shouldn't be a situation where they're being attacked and they don't know how to respond. Israeli rights to Judea and Samaria. Israeli treatment of Palestinians. Are we really abusive towards them? Do we run an apartheid here? Is it an oppressive situation for them? The Iranian threat, bipartisan support of Israel. Is anti-Zionism, anti-Semitism, and Christian support of Israel? A lot of times students complain that the subjects that they learn aren't relevant, that they have nothing to do with their lives, and when are they ever going to use this? But we make sure at Hillel to aim to have students relate to each subject and see how it applies to their lives. And this class is not difficult to demonstrate the relevance to our students because, first of all, most of them coming into the class already care about this subject. They want to know about Israel and they want to know how to advocate for Israel, how to even defend Israel, whether it be in college or at the workplace. And they also quickly learn in our class that in living in America, they have a unique opportunity to help Israel through lobbying about elected officials about the importance of the U.S.-Israel relationship. Something that I living in Israel can't do, but they can have a tremendous effect on my life, my children's lives, and all other Israeli lives simply by talking to American elected officials. And that's something that they're going to be doing in our class. In our class, students use video, articles, thought questions. We have discussions, we have debates, and the students present current events in light of what we're learning. They use their entire arsenal of talent to study in this class. It's truly amazing. Just in policies to know, we quiz after every unit, but they're open, no quizzes, they're not difficult. I try to make this class not stressful because I want students to want to learn this information. There's homework for every unit, but it's not difficult. And there are quizzes and presentations that count as formative assessments, and there are projects, 2 main projects for each semester that are given as summative assessments. Students have to be on time every single day. My class is the first class. And if they're showing up at 8:10, 8:15, we're not truly teaching our students how to succeed at college or how to succeed in the workplace. You can't just show up when you want. This is important stuff and they have to be there on time. All assignments can be found on our class page, and students have a WhatsApp group where they're also given information besides the webpage that they can always go to on the school's website. They also have directly sent to them every week the assignments that are due this coming week, the week after that, and 3 weeks' time. So they have plenty of time to know what's expected of them. And every Sunday I grade and put the grades up on the school's website so that students can see almost weekly how they're doing and if there needs to be correction. And I'm on top of it. So I'll call students or text them if they have an issue. This is my information. Please feel free to reach out. This number is an American number that's free for you to call that rings on my Israeli cell phone. So please feel free to be in touch with me. Shalom.